Hey, what's up you guys? George. So, we're going to do a little more work on the ATV today. Today, we're going to look at modifying the power a little bit on this ATV. We have a deep cycle, marine grade, deep discharge design, maintenance free, fairly old, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Deep cycle DC battery. Have had no way of charging it, to be honest with you. Take that piece off. It's irrelevant. But we're gonna look at putting that inside this little cubby compartment here. Got all that extra space from the new lift. And I looked up the control module, and it says it can handle a maximum of 36 volts. So we shall see how true that is. So we're going to do our best to figure out if that is indeed the case, and if it is, great. So also, this steering column is just not strong. We're going to finally do something about that. So we're going to take the whole front end off, and we're going to rebuild that steering column, make it, probably find some scrap metal around here somewhere, and use a little bit of redneck ingenuity. But instead of that plastic steering column, which is obviously quite loose and not giving good quick steering feedback, gonna figure out a new way. It's probably gonna involve reattaching the handlebars too, after all that work I did on the first one, but that's not too big of a deal. Most important part is that, again, get a new steering system that works, that is stronger, that can handle more. And that's really the main goal here. So I'm going to start by basically dropping the whole front end out. That'll also give us access to put the new battery in. It'll have to charge for, I imagine, a long time. Good news is we got some black paint coming in tomorrow. Putting a second coat on those little wells I was talking about. And while everything's taken apart, paint the inside, because we ran out and it's the exact same paint. I had a little teeny tiny little can, and I got a big 32 ounce, a nice, what was it? Not a pint, quart. Yeah, got a quart of paint. Might be a pint. I think it's the same thing, but no biggie. But yeah, I'm gonna start with taking this front end apart, and I will keep you guys updated. Alright, so here we are. Got the front end taken out. This is what it looks like. So, as you can see, we have our steering column. And even turning it by hand, there's a good bit of delay before anything actually happens. So, thinking what might help is to fill this in with a steel rod inside. Then stick bolts through, and I'm thinking that'll give it rigidity. I don't know if it's the steering column here. We'll take a look at this piece here. That's another thing that I'm very suspect of. It's this little, let me get my light for you guys. Where is it? Where's my light? I had it for you guys. Now I don't know where I put it. It's probably sitting right underneath it. Keep in mind, that weighs nothing. That is not the bulk of this machine. Where is it? I got more of them, but I don't want to waste batteries. want to keep the other ones charged. Okay, so we'll use the drill light. So this piece right here. I hope the camera's not switching the angles on me. But it's that little piece right here. I think that is one reason. So what might cut out those rivets, replace this piece here. Give that a try, see if that works. We'll see, we'll give it a try. Alright, so I had to do a little bit of fun work on one of these screws. It stripped out. So I had to get the sawzall, saw the top of the screw to kind of make a flat head piece. Focus. So I had to make a kind of a flat head bit, as you can see. And, well, bottom line is that finally got that removed. I'll just put a new screw in there. No big deal. But move this over some more. Now we've taken 2 pivot screws out. And we have to disconnect the steering column. It's not going to be that bad. It's just not fun. There's also some things that we can adjust and tighten up while we're into there. Might as well. Maybe give it, I don't know. I'm still thinking about replacing this piece. But it has been holding on pretty well. So I'll give it credit where it's due. So, yeah, so far so good. It's going okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well, it's time to carry on. Look at that. Pretty naked. This is that. There it is. Use the magnet. Hey. Okay, so this big area right here for the new battery right there is going to sit. That is the hope. So hold on. Okay, so here it is. That's that little space I want to put. First thing I want to do, just so the battery doesn't get damaged, is break off the ends of these bolts. Just bend them back and forth, they'll snap off because they're wood screws. And I like to use wood screws on purpose, but all this on the inside is going to get painted. These are the plastic pieces I used. I think I'm going to zip tie them together right there at the corner. That won't hurt nothing. Yes, all this wasted space in here, I figured it's the perfect size for the battery. So let me see if I can slide that in there, and I'll show you. So we're going to have a bit of a clearance issue unless we bring the front wheels forward somehow. We're going to have to bring these springs or something forward. Something's going to have to give if we use this part. If we stick this battery here. Because it's actually hitting the other batteries. If we put it here. Now here's another idea that I've actually done in the past. Is underneath the seat. Which, hold on, bear with me. That's another spot. It would sit perfectly fine. Right here. It actually has fit in there before with no issues. We'll give that a try. See how that fits. Because if it fits, my only thing is fitting it here. I'm going to have to run slightly longer wiring to it, which I'd prefer not to if I can avoid it. I think what I'll do is find an old extension cable, or maybe go buy a super cheap, $5-10 extension cord, use that. I have to take a Wally World trip soon. But yeah, this little device right here, it's rated for 36 volts max, so we'll do one of two things. We'll try 36 volts, or what we can do is just add this battery for extended range. My only thing is 36 volts would be more in favor because of the added weight. It would reduce the stress of the motors. But it would dramatically increase the range. Especially, but it would be best if it was the 36 volt and this was the middle cell in the series. Because it's bigger, has more capacity. I want to run the electronics off the bigger battery. That to me makes the most sense, and that to me also speaks the best. So it speaks to me more. I think that'd be the best solution. Again, I'm gonna break all these bolts off, just kind of do a little bit of refining while I'm up under here. Doesn't take long to actually get it to this point. It took me a couple minutes. Needs a new horn, I think. I have another one of these disc horns. Be nice if it actually had both up there. I think this one got hit by a tree or something. What ended up happening is now the coil is it's hitting up against the wall, the little coil. Because of that, it is not wanting to honk. We'll give it a try, see what we can do. Well, that's not going to work. See? Way too tall. Crap. Alright, well, all that for that. It's just so much headache for something not that complicated that I'd like. My only thinking is that this could be cut down somehow in some way. If that will stay there. Because here's the thing. Don't worry. I'm going to bolt those down. Know what y'all are thinking. That's besides the point. But what am I going to do? Because that's where that thing attaches. And this part, it kind of needs it. Lord almighty. Okay. Back to this. I'm going to figure it out. Don't worry. Just going to need some time to stare at it. Oh, I did break the screws off, by the way. In case you're wondering. That's done. Because I already have a battle scar. Where is it? No, where is it? Which hand is it? I could have sworn it was this hand. I'm like almost immune to this stuff. I do this so often. I'm immune to the pain and the agony that goes along with this kind of work. Oh. There's the speakers, in case you're wondering. iHome speakers. Sound good. But, not waterproof. I need to do something to mitigate that more. As you can see, I tried to get the paint up there a little bit. Not perfect. What to do. I would like the front wheels need more weight. But interestingly enough, it's not the front wheels that have trouble digging into the ground. I'm going to get a file those little ends down real quick. Don't worry. That's going to be taken care of. Same thing on that side. File that down. No biggie. Right now I got the jack stands just holding this up. Open the garage door. It's nice. Not too cold. So bear with me. Gotta do some thinking. It's also a good chance the frame is bending a lot. This will give me good access to put some frame rails for some added support up in here while I have the opportunity. I got the right wood for that. It'll be wooden, but I will not be carrying. I think it'll just be out of commission for at least till the paint gets here tomorrow. It's supposed to get here tomorrow in the mail. I didn't want to go to Walmart. Plus my car was in the shop itself, so didn't have a good opportunity. Oh well. Bear with me. We'll see how it goes.